Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Ladeeda Farzana, Jamia Millia Islamia, BA Arabic first year student. I'm here to extend my solidarity, extend my unconditional solidarity to my friend, to my leader, Sharjeel Imam, and those who targeted by state, Hindutva national state. By hounding the Sharjeel Imam, the state is trying to delegitimize CAA NRC protest. They want to delegitimize the citizenship protest that is going all over the India and out of the India also. I want to say, historically this happened. The Muslims, when a Muslim person talking about his identity, talking about his Muslim political subjectivity, he is haunted by Hindutva nationalist. That is happening in Sharjeel Imam's case, that is happening in Afrin Fatima's case, that is happening in Aisha Renna's case. Why I mention Afrin Fatima, why I mention Aisha Renna? That is because there is a strategy of BJP, there is a strategy of this fascist government. First they will start online targeting, online attacking. If you will go through the Afrin Fatima's profiles, if you will go through Aisha Renna's profile, my profiles, you can see the lot of ha-ha reaction, so-called ha-ha reaction. If you will go through that, the name of that list, who reacted like that, that's by BJP IT cell. That's clearly by them. That is the first step of them. When Sharjeel Imam got arrested, the media person called me and they're asking about, they're not asking about Sharjeel Imam's solidarity or nothing. They're just asking to me, are you supporting that terrorist? Are you supporting that terrorist? That is they want to know, that is they want to publish the Ladeeda Farzana, he is a Muslim woman who is wearing hijab. She is supporting this Muslim terrorist. But for me, I will say, Sharjeel Imam, who is always talked about the truth, who is always criticized this Hindutva nationalism, who is always criticized this Brahminic country, who is always talked about Kashmir, who is always talked about Muslim identity, who is always assert his identity. After, in Sharjeel Imam's case, same thing happened first. They targeted by online. After that, you can see in any kind of BJP media, online or offline, whatever, they will publish some videos or some kind of news and narration like, yeah, they are supporting this, they are anti-nationalists, they are not believing in secularism, they are not believing in democracy, they don't want to live in this country, India. They will publish like that. That happened in Sharjeel Imam, that happened in Afrin Fatima's case, that happened in Aisha Renna's, mine, every Muslim's case. That's why in my first sentence I said that my solidarity to Sharjeel Imam is unconditional. There is no condition applied. And I want to mention one thing. If you will come to Jamia, you can see on the wall one person, that is Zakaria. He's from Kerala. He's in jail now, charged by UAPA. And I want to mention one name, Abdul Nasser Madani. Since a long time he's in jail, charged by UAPA. If we will start to count the name of Muslim who charged this sedition and UAPA, that will be unlimited. I want to mention those names that who got charged by this UAPA and sedition, and I want to say that is just because his or her identity. The first, in Abdul Nasser Madani's case, in the first period of time, there was a huge silence. Should we support or not? Should we say about this or not? That happened in Abdul Nasser Madani's case. That is happening now in Sharjeel Imam's case. Those who are friends of Sharjeel, those who are colleagues of Sharjeel, whatever, whoever, they are just thinking, should I support him or not? He criticized that thing. He criticized this thing. He's not believing on these things. He didn't talk about these things. First, we have started to scrutinize that his political views and his narrations. That has happened within us. I think that thing gave some kind of courage to do this kind of hate campaign, this kind of targeting the Muslims and marginalized people by BJP and their IT cell and these Hindutva nationalists. So, our silence should not be a part of this kind of strategy. I'm sure that after a long time, those people will talk about Sharjeel Imam and his human rights, who is in jail. But there is no matter. If you are deciding to start now, talk about now, you should start now itself. This is the time. And I want to say, they're saying Chakka Jam is a sedition. If you are saying that, and we the people also just in the confusion like, is Chakka Jam is sedition or not? If you are confusing on that, and I'm sure that you are confusing that those Shaheen Bagh protests, you are confusing about that Mundra protest, you are confusing about Assam protest. In all over the India, they are blocking the roads, they are blocking the highways. So, if you are trying to call Chakka Jam is sedition, I will say that you are also trying to just make a narration against this kind of, all kind of protests that's happening all over the India, like Shaheen Bagh, Mundra and everywhere. So, here I want to say, yeah, of course, Chakka Jam is not a sedition. And I'm just here to extend my solidarity and to Sharjeel Imam, to Abdul Nasser Madani, to Zakaria, to Kashmir, those who are fighting since a long time. If these nationalist people, nationalists or I want to mention that I'm saying about, when I'm saying, starting to about nationalist. Because when I was in hospital, between these protests, one so-called media, mainstream left, right-wing media called me and they asked me about secularism and nationalism, because I presented a paper about secularism and nationalism. That was some kind of critical. I talked with them around 45 minutes on phone about my views on secularism and nationalism. After that, that man asked me, actually, are you believing on secularism and nationalism? That was the question. And because of my anger, I cut that call. Because I talked with him for 45 minutes more. And they published a report about me, the Ladeeda Farzana. When our report asked about secularism, nationalism to Ladeeda Farzana, she cut her call. That means she is not believing on secularism and nationalism. So I just mentioned this because when I started to talking about nationalism, nationalist people always want to frame like this. Because, yeah, my identity is visible. I don't need to say. And one more example, the people who are calling for programs, this is all about my identity. I'm talking about my identity. I will talk about my identity. Because my brother got arrested because of his identity. My community, my people is targeted because their identity, because of their faith. So I will talk about my identity. My talk will be based on my identity. The people who are calling for programs, they're saying to me that you just explain your experience between these protests. Don't talk about the politics. Don't talk about the politics. You just explain your experience. Okay. Then in one program I decided to talk about my experience. From where I have to start? If I will decided to start, I will start from Kerala itself. Because I'm from Kerala, I target because of my identity by left people, liberal people from Kerala itself. And I told them, okay, I will talk my experience, but my experience itself is politics. If I am standing here in this JNU campus with this my hijab, by asserting my identity itself is a politics. So this is my politics. I just want to clear that. Yeah, when I'm saying Assalamu Alaikum in public, when I'm saying Inshallah, when I'm saying Allah Akbar, that is out of this democratic secular country. If you want to make this out of secularism or something, it's in your hand, you can do that. I'm not Kutubuddin Ansari. No more Kutubuddin Ansari here to apologize as a Muslim. I'm here to stand to assert my identity. Here my friend Sharjeel Imam was here to assert his identity, to talk about his identity, to talk about his community, to criticize this Brahmanic country. So, this is my politics. If you want to make this my identity, my talk, my faith, out of your secularism, I want to say that my secularism is more secular than your secularism. If I have a secularism. So that's it. I'm just concluding my talk. I'm here to stand with Sharjeel Imam. I'm here to stand with Abdul Nasser Madani. I'm just here to stand with Zakaria. I'm here to stand with Akhil Gogi. I'm here to stand with all political prisoners. I'm here to talk about all shuhada. I'm Ladeeda Farzana, hijabi Muslim woman from Kerala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.